You're listening to Dave Bedford on the Liverpool Podcast. There were many war babies from Liverpool, but were there any more famous than the Beatles? From the first group formed by John Lennon, the Blackjacks, through the Quarrymen and ultimately to the famous Fab Four, there were around 27 musicians. But where did faith, the church or religion fit in with the story of Liverpool's favourite sons? It all started in Sunday school at St Peter's Church in Woolton, where a young John Winston Lennon was introduced to local boys Pete Shotton, Ivan Vaughan, Rod Davis, Eric Griffiths and Nigel Walley. John would spend his collection money on sweets. He joined the Scouts, he was in the church choir and the youth club, and the small band of boys, now mostly situated at Quarrybank High School, decided, back in 1956, to react to the new musical style inspired by Lonnie Donegan, skiffle. Well, the year moves on to 1957, and the basic group consisted of guitars, banjo, washboard, T-chest bass and drums, and they had just been offered the chance to play at the church fete. Rock and roll at a church event in 1957. Now that was an enlightened church. That is where John Lennon met Paul McCartney, who would introduce George. They lost the other members, added Stuart Sutcliffe and Pete Best, and headed off to Hamburg for a baptism of fire. As they say, they grew up in Hamburg. By August 1962, Stuart Sutcliffe had died, and Pete Best had been dismissed to be replaced by Ringo Starr. The final lineup was complete, and their first record, Love Me Do, came out in October 1962. There was no turning back on the rock and roller coaster to fame and fortune. By the mid-60s, they were searching for something else to fulfill them, and they sought it under the watchful eye of the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi in Rishikesh in India. This time at the ashram would affect their whole lives in different ways. What were they searching for? What did they find? Where did it take the Beatles? Over these next few weeks, we will look at the spiritual lives of the Beatles,